Hello and welcome to day 5. Oh my gosh, day 5 of the 21 days of practice. Welcome, welcome. I am going to kind of wing this video, but I do have a short intro that I'm going to share because I need to practice. All right, here we go. So, welcome to 21 days of practice where we are practicing releasing resistance to anything good. I'm your host, Laura V., and I invite you to practice with me. This is the 21 Days of Practice series. In this series, we are practicing releasing resistance to anything good by doing vagal toning exercises, tapping exercises, and energy or moving meditation exercises. We are also learning to feel safe in our bodies so we can enjoy the good things in our lives. So, today's practice, we're going to come back to the basics because tomorrow, on day 6, which will be Saturday and the day of our live call, I will be focusing on moving meditation. So, what do I mean by moving meditation? There, there's a few things you can do. I love Tai Chi walking, which I have recorded in a video. And then really enjoy the Tai Chi short form. Um, I was actually trained as a Tai Chi fit instructor, so I learned moves like parting wild horse's mane, um, playing the peepaw, repulsing the monkey, brush knee and push, uh, the clouds hands thing. I can't remember what that's called, but things like that. And I learned how to sequence them and do it to music, which is really fun. And there's no rotation, there's no turning. So I'm always facing the front, so no one gets confused as to what we're doing. And I did that for a while and it was really fun. But then things changed and my body just hasn't been open to it a whole lot since. But I can do short exercises. So I have a recording of that for everyone who's registered with the 21 days of practice. That is going to be one of the pieces of exclusive bonus content that you can only get if you are registered. So if you would like to check that out and find out what that's all about, I encourage you to register. You can find the link in the description box. So today, day 6, we're going to go back to the basics. So what we've been practicing is some vagal toning exercises, some tapping, and then some basic energy movement. I love figure eights. I do it around the eyes. I do it across the body, and then I also very much enjoy doing syncing the chi, which is part of Tai Chi, where you just kind of gather in your energy and sink it down into the earth. And then there's one other one that I really like to do. You can do figure eights with your torso. So, like, instead of leading with my hips when I'm standing, I can lead with my shoulders. And so it's really great for loosening up my back. I'm just trying to find a way to do it. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. So we'll do a little bit of that today. But let's begin, as I always do, with a basic vagal toning exercise. We're going to close our eyes, breathe into our heart space, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Relax your jaw, soften your eyes. Breathing, always breathing. What you're waiting for is a signal, either a yawn, a swallow or a sigh, or you can get all of them if you stay with it long enough. So sometimes you may, if you, especially if you're really activated, it might take a little longer than like 10 or 15 seconds. As my coach says, it can take 5 seconds or 5 minutes. It just depends on how tightly your body is like holding. And so there's the swallow. So you know that your body is relaxing into safety when you get a sigh. There was the sigh, a swallow, or a yawn. And I have found if I just stay with it for a little bit, I'll be doing a lot of yawning, a lot of sighing, and a lot of swallowing. But I also know that more and more of my body is releasing tension, and that's really the important thing because the more my body releases tension, the more it feels safe. And why is safety in the body so important? Well, I'm a survivor of childhood trauma, and my body was violated a lot. And so it wasn't safe to be in my body. Every time something happened, I literally left my body and hung out outside of my body somewhere where I wasn't paying attention what was happening. And so that kind of became my normal state of being out of my body. And I'm learning that the more that I can be in my body, I can be more present for the people in my life. I can have a better quality of life. And yeah, I'm able to access more freedom, more joy, more ease in my body. And it becomes easier to appreciate and accept and love my body as I learn to experience safety in it. So that's my reason. Um, what might be your reason? I hope you'll be able to kind of figure that out by the time we're done with this practice. And I'm really grateful that you're here with me. Thank you. All right, so I invite you to open your eyes and come back to the room. That's a good point. Let's get present in the room. So I want you to do a quick scan of the room and just take in what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're feeling, like sensing in your body. So like I'm seeing books in the bookshelf and I'm seeing trees and snow out in my window, and I'm seeing the netting my daughter hung on the wall years ago for her birthday that we just never took down. But the green is really pretty. She put fake vines on the wall, and it looks really pretty. So that's what I see. Now I hear we have conures downstairs, so I hear Keto squawking loudly, and I just heard my dog Riley sigh, and I hear the motor of the refrigerator, interestingly. So what do I feel? I feel the texture of this uh, stand that I have under my desk, and I feel the weight of my legs in the chair, and I feel also the texture of the arm of my chair. And so all those things help bring you into the present and into your body. Another favorite of mine for getting into the body is working with essential oils. You can simply just open the bottle and smell and take it in with a really good breath. That is wonderful. You can also pour a few drops on a coffee filter, a napkin, or a Kleenex, and then keep that with you. So if you just need to quick be in your body, or you're just like, I really want to smell essential oils right now, just pull it out and smell it. 'Cause oftentimes, I think when we're like, I really want to smell this, it's because our body is saying, I really need this right now. You don't have to know why. Just honor that desire, basically. Because I think the thing I'm learning about this practice of being in my body is I'm learning to, be with her and be with my body and acknowledge my body and partner a little more with my body versus fighting with her. Yeah, that's always good. So, those are beautiful things. All right. Okay, so that's some vagal toning and somatic exercises to get us into our body. Okay, cool. Let's do some tapping. You can tap around a certain idea. Like if there is something that's concerning you or kind of stressing you out at the moment, you can do a setup statement like, even though I'm really stressed out about this, I completely accept and love myself. Even though I'm really stressed out by what's happening, I unconditionally and deeply love and accept myself. You do this 3 times, so here's the last one. Even though I'm really stressed out about the situation, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then you tap between the eyebrows. I'm really stressed out. And then the side of the eye. I am really stressed out. And then underneath the eye, I'm really stressed out. And then under the nose, I am so stressed out by this situation. And the chin, I'm so stressed out by this situation. And then the clavicle, I'm so stressed out by this situation. And then under the armpit, I am really stressed out. And then the top of the head, I am really stressed. And then you take a moment and take a deep breath. Now, the thing I forgot to do is you measure on a scale of 0 to 10 how stressed out you are. And the idea is that by the time you're done tapping, that stress level should go down and you measure it again to see if the tapping has been effective. The idea is you keep tapping until you get to a 0. So the cool thing that can happen is you can do it again, still focusing on the issue, but I find that because I'm being general, it's not, and I'm not really like impacted by anything right now. I'm not feeling that shift, but I did it earlier with a very specific thing and I felt the shift. And what'll happen is you'll find your thoughts shifting too. So it'll be like, okay, I am stressed out, but I'm open to the idea that there's a solution that can solve it today. I am I am open and hopeful that I will find a solution today. I just might find a solution today. I'm really more calm and peaceful and hopeful about a solution. I'm feeling more peaceful and calm. I'm feeling more peaceful and calm. And I know that I'm going to find a solution today. And then you take a deep breath. And then you think about the thing that's stressing you out. And if you're finding that it's down to like a 2, that's great. If it can get down to a 0, that's even better. And if you're not like, if you're open to it, you can do a few more rounds. And that's the idea is you do these rounds until it comes down to a 0. But now we're going to what I want to do right now is we're just going to tap. We're not going to necessarily think about anything or focus on anything. We're just going to tap and see how the simple act of tapping can ground and center you. So we're tapping. And now we'll go to the eyebrows and tap. And now it's the side of the eye. That feels really good. I'm just going to stay here for a minute because my body's like, ooh, please give me more of that. I'm like, okay, you got it. See, that's why it's nice to not think about ideas sometimes and just feel how your body's responding to the tapping points. It can be really informative. So now we're doing under the eye, and that I can feel a release. So I'm going to just stay there. And now I feel like I want to go under the nose. So I'm going to do that. Oh, and now the chin. Hmm. Oh, that feels good. And I always, when I get a sigh like that with my vocal cords, I know something's releasing. I'm really happy. Now I'm gonna do the clavicle. Actually, I'm gonna try both at the same time and see how that feels. And that feels pretty good. So I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. Hmm. Okay, so then the next point is underneath the armpit. I'm gonna do the other arm because I've been tapping on the other side a lot today. So I'm gonna try this other arm and see if that feels any different, if it feels better, and where can I position my arm to make tapping there more comfortable. And then go to the top of the head and see how that feels. Yeah. Oh, wow, that was a nice release. And now I'll stop. Mm. I love it when I sigh like that with a hum. Oh, well, that could feel really good. So let's do a couple of those. Taking a deep breath. Ah, however your body wants to do it. Oh, that felt really good. Now, another place I like to tap because there are more spots than just those areas that we do a lot. I had a coach who called it vibrational tapping, and she would often have me tap my sternum. So right now I'm tapping my sternum, and the idea is to go low. Um, that's the most effective, but you can tap up and down the sternum and just find a spot that feels like I want to tap here for a little while because this feels good. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna tap here. Oh, okay. Nice. And I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the sternum. Oh, yeah. I have a lot of shoulder stress. Like my shoulders get tense really easy. And this is helping with that, which is interesting. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling much more calm. And I can feel stress leaving my body, which is fantastic. And see, that's the thing. Sometimes there isn't a story, or the story is just really, really old because your body holds on to things until you do something to help release it. So I've done a lot of clearing, but it's very possible that I'm still carrying stuff from like 20 years ago. So there won't be a story, but there's definitely tension and there's definitely something to be released. So that's why sometimes it can be helpful just to do some tapping just for tapping's sake to help release some stuff from the body. All right. So we've done those two things. Now let's do some energy. So let's go ahead and do the figure eights around the eyes. So start at the middle of your forehead, go up and over the eye and under, crossing over and under, cross over and under, and just make figure eights. And we'll breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And we'll stop at the tip at the center of the eyebrows. And now we're going to go under and over, under and over. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. And all right. Now bring your hands together like this and then do a figure eight across the body. Remember to breathe in and out. My body wants to release. Breathe in and out. In, out. In and out. And then relax your hands on your lap and tune into your body. What are you feeling? I'm actually feeling a little tightness in my ribs on the right-hand side, so I'm just going to put my hand there, give a little pressure, and just be with it for a moment. There's a sigh. My body's like, thank you for giving me attention. And my thought is, of course, I'm happy to do it. Oh, wow, that released some stuff. Right. All right, so we're going to stop there for today. And I hope this practice was useful to you. And I hope um, you're enjoying this series. And now I'm going to read my little outro. So thank you. Thank you for joining me in this practice. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe. I am creating some exclusive content for those who register for this practice. So if you would like to receive this bonus content and attend some live events, I'm doing 2 during this practice, you may register at the link in the description box and in the comments. All right. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.